Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Ironclad run. Lately, as I play the game for improvement and for fun, I've been recording all my runs, and when I win, I upload them with some commentary and some general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. Today, I decided to take the rare relic for 18 current health, hoping for a good result, and indeed we find Fossilized Helix. And Fossilized Helix giving you 1 charge of buffer at the start of each combat, preventing the first time you take any source of damage, whether it be 1 or a billion, it will be blocked. So we use it there, preventing 11 damage. Very nice. And we're offered Battle Trance or Pommel Strike. I like Pommel Strike a bit more as just an attack in the on floor 1. So take that. And we only have 1 defend here, so I'm gonna try to draw another, sadly miss. And so, if we played defend here, we would block for 5, take 2, breaking the buffer charge, and then take 8 anyway. But it's okay. And here we have a Flame Barrier. Rampage is not amazing. You already have a Pommel Strike, so go ahead and just take the good block card. And then here we can kill that. Very nice. And once again, using Fossilized Helix. No need to block. And we have lethal. Very nice. And there is a Headbutt. Headbutt, a nice common attack. It does 9, basically a strike plus. It also has a little bit of deck manipulation. A solid early game attack. And upgrade a Bash. A bit more able to play a Bash with a deck like this and Fossilized Helix, because it can kind of just decide to play the Bash, tank some damage, and then set up for the next turn. And sadly, we don't draw Flame Barrier here, otherwise we'd be able to play the Flame Barrier and not take any damage here, but unfortunately gonna have to waste the Fossilized Helix charge on the 8 damage and then take 24. So we pay the Gremlin Knob tax and move on. Find the boot. Obviously the best relic in the game. We win. And I decide to upgrade Flame Barrier over my attacks. We've finished killing Gremlin Knob now, so I'd like to be able to block for more. And we key that. And it sadly cannot block here, so we just bash Headbutt. And sadly have to draw a card there. Possibly a mistake. Maybe should have just done Flame Barrier instead. But this caused us to only have 4 cards remaining in our draw pile, and then we would reshuffle without all those defends. So now we have no defends at all in this entire draw pile. Very bad. So this is definitely not going according to plan, this Sentry's fight. And possibly a misplay also. Just the way I played the fights for the first shuffle wasn't great. And Flame Barrier on that turn is bad. Managed to draw a defend here, luckily. So down to 12. Already taken 30 damage in this fight. And there's a Flame Barrier plus 4 dazes on the off turn there. That's also really bad, but happily drawing 2 defends here. And next turn is definitely dead. All of our damage at the bottom. Got there. And we find an Ice Cream. Ice Cream, a bit rough at this point in the run, but will become good eventually. We can find some energy. And find Gremlin Knob again from the Dead Adventurer event. You can tell who it is by the way the adventurer died. This one, this poor soul, was gouged and trampled. And that's how we know it was Gremlin Knob. And this time around we did draw Flame Barrier, so we got to take no damage. Very nice. Could have been dead there if I drew in the wrong order, to be honest. So perhaps a bit ambitious to take that event, but it all worked out. And Bludgeon's offered to me, not a fan of that. We have plenty of damage already, we're doing the play Million Angers and Pommel Strikes thing instead. And here we are against Jawworm and 1 Louse. The Fossilized Helix cooking once again, preventing 12 damage there. Definitely happy to make it out of this one alive and unscathed. And Whirlwind is here. I do have a Ice Cream, but it's a little early for it. I'm kind of already a bit short on energy here and have an Ice Cream. So as much as I would love to take that Whirlwind, I'm just going to upgrade this Anger and try to kill Hexagos with it. And we find another chest at the very end. That's a Toxic Egg. Definitely not going to say no to that one. A good relic, although it doesn't do anything immediately. And we are... notably, none of our relics help against Hexaghost, and we have 5 of them-ish. Golden Idol doesn't particularly count, I suppose. So the... Fossilized Helix only blocking for a very small amount here, as opposed to like a Slime Boss hitting root of 38 at once. That would be excellent to block. Or even Guardians 36 on turn 2. So Hexaghost uniquely strong against the Fossilized Helix. But we do attack pot and find a Clothesline, and this Clothesline is actually a rather good applying Weaken for us. A valuable status to apply. Blocks for quite a lot. So I even Clothesline the, or I even headbutt the Clothesline, put it back on top. I would like it to come back around. And our Ice Cream getting reserving 1 energy there, so we got to play both. Very nice. And we're almost dead. We have 1 more turn to kill it. And we get an excellent draw here. And we need 1 more attack, and we find it with the Pommel Strike, so very nice. By the skin of our teeth, we make it out of Act 1, actually. And take an Impervious there. The other 2 are not quite cooking yet. And we would love a 4th energy here. We have Ice Cream and a good amount of draw. And a couple 2-cost cards as well. So Sozu over Busted Crown. Sozu is not ideal. We have no good potions really, but boy is Busted Crown bad. And we have a Toxic Egg. Would love to add some upgraded skills to our deck, which we will have a hard time finding if we're only seeing 1 card from each card reward screen. Terrible. And I don't want to keep mentioning it over and over. If I don't play a card and it looks weird, assume it's because I wanted to save the energy from Ice Cream. Well, good Spirit Guardian fight. And we're offered a Power Through Plus. It's not amazing. I don't have any way to benefit from the wounds at the moment. But it is 1 energy to block for 20. And it's kind of like a good panic button kind of card. If I'm not planning on going back around with my deck, then the wounds are not really a downside. And I do take it just for some extra block. I do take the Relic. And Gremlin Horn is excellent, but I decided to take the Curse. Blue Candle was my reasoning, but it turns out that playing a Curse with Blue Candle actually breaks your buffer charge. So suddenly I realized, oh man, that was stupid. Would rather not have this Curse after all. And of course, I am coming up to a shop very soon, that's why I wanted to save the gold in the first place, so I can just remove the Curse, no big deal. But in hindsight, should have taken the Relic for gold instead. It's fine. True Grit Plus is here, another block card, helps me exhaust stuff. Not gonna say no to that. It's pretty good. And a few good cards here, or a few things that are good. Toolbox is good. Toolbox is a relic I underrated for quite a long time, until I was shown the greatness by some better players. It's tough to know, like, your, shop relics cost so much gold. Knowing when to buy one is tough. But Toolbox is really good, helps you on turn 1, and turn 1 is very important. Could think about a Rage with Pommel Strike, Anger. But at this point I have a good amount of block with power through as well. I'm feeling okay with my situation. Make sure you don't accidentally click a card immediately when the fight starts. Toolbox. We take a violence, adding some attacks to our hand. So here I can dodge playing any block card as well as any strikes. Strikes are a little bit too poor to waste R1 energy on. And then here I can full block, keep my buffer charge around, kill that one. And the energy we get from Gremlin Horn actually is preserved, which is a very cool combo. Usually if you kill something on the enemy turn, it would go to waste. And here I know that I can't full block the second hit, so I just strike instead. There goes my buffer charge. And then I can headbutt again, put something on top to draw with Pommel Strike. So when you have this little like Pommel Strike stuff going on, then headbutt is actually very cool. And we did that fight 0 damage. Pretty good. There's another headbutt. Not particularly interested in the second one. We have enough damage. And time to upgrade a Pommel Strike. Now it's drawing 2 cards each time. Now that we have 4 energy. Should be a lot easier to benefit from it. And we are taking the 18 on turn 1 here. A little bit unusual for Gremlin Leader to attack us. And Gremlin Horn is going to cook. Can't kill that, sadly. This is the weirdest Gremlin Leader fight I've ever had, for sure. The way I end up playing this. The combination of Ice Cream plus so much draw and Gremlin Horn is just like... it ends up being pretty weird. So I can headbutt, kill it exactly, put whatever I want on top, get a Pommel Strike back. And I can double Pommel Strike this one, bash to kill. And I should not have played that anger, it didn't do any damage. I don't want more angers necessarily in my deck. That was a mistake. That was fine though. And then here we are again, making more dudes. Headbutt again to put Pommel Strike on top again, keep drawing more angers, and eventually we do get to the point where we have so many angers we can just keep playing a million angers. So it's not too bad. And making more dudes again. I have 13 energy. And it's still not hitting me, which is nice. So at this point I'm like, okay, I need to kill this thing eventually. Do I still kill the dudes? I do. Okay, I can kill that one. That's fine. And then bash on the Gremlin Leader herself. And making more dudes again. So this is my opportunity to finally get in there, I think. Shield guy is harmless. And it's buffing again. Very nice. There's Pommel Strike. More angers. So you can see anger definitely cooking. Although we prefer attacks that perhaps costed something and then did a little bit more than anger at this point, I suppose. More Pommel Strikes. All good. We did that with no damage. Even kept our charge. And there's a Whirlwind, so now I'm like, okay, I have so much energy. Time to take this Whirlwind so I can actually spend it on an attack. It's very exciting. Imagine I had 13 energy last fight to spend on that Whirlwind. Or Whirlwind to spend all my energy on, rather. And there's a feed on sale. And I card remove a strike. So happy to see a feed, as always. Apotheosis is there, I snap pick that. And then power through just to avoid my buffer charge breaking. So there's a good example of power through being pretty good. Yes, it makes the wounds, but significant enough reason to use it. And so we do that, we pass, save our Ice Cream energy. I can go bash, pummel, flame barrier, defend. Exactly full block. Very cool. And we're taking a lot here, so definitely need to kill this thing quickly. 54. And just gonna kill it. No need to be greedy for a feed and take like 40 damage or whatever. And Shrug is here, looking kind of good, but there's a Seeing Red to go with our Ice Cream Whirlwind. Permanent 2 energy once we play it. Doesn't go away. Very cool. And thwack! We're knocked unconscious. A very exciting event every single time. And so this is cool. 6 times 8 is 48. So we may Anger 1 and then Whirlwind. I should have actually passed there with True Grit and waited for feed, so that was a mistake. -3 health. And mulling our options here. Can Secret Weapon for Bash. And we did find a Shuriken, didn't mention that, but Shuriken's great. And a Lizard Tail. Lizard Tail, excellent, of course, giving us some health insurance. And Shuriken, usually a bit mid on the Ironclad, but with this deck, we are playing so many attacks. It's actually rather good. Here I can't defend for enough to block the Gremlin Knob's hit, so I pass, break the charge there. And then we have 9 times 7 here, that's 63. So I would like to leave the Gremlin, or the Slaver alive, and then gain the 1 from Glemenhorn, and then feed on it. So I Impervious first, dealing 9 times 5 instead for 45, and then feed. This was the correct line for sure. And Tungsten Rod, Horncleat especially, Horncleat insane. And Tungsten Rod will be good in certain situations. And then a Dual Wield Plus is here for our multiple copies of Pummel Strike. Very cool. Very happy to see that. So here we're just looking for Whirlwind. I just Impervious, save my energy for Whirlwind. Of course. There's Whirlwind, and 7 times 8 is 56, leaving the middle one alive, and I can feed again. So this line just keeps happening, which is very cool. Happy to see that. And there's a Shockwave Plus to go with our Whirlwind and whatnot. Not going to say no to that. And upgrade our other Pommel Strike, so we are officially cooking here. So much card draw. There's Master Strategy. Pretty good. There's Flame Bear, and then I think about Shockwave, but I decided to save the energy. And also having the Shockwave for a later, when we're doing our big finisher turn, as it were, is pretty good. So we have to be a little bit careful here. We want to gain as much energy as possible and then kind of spend it all at once to split the champ. We also want to try to gain some strength from Shuriken before doing so, or else we might not have quite enough damage. Of course, we could just sit there forever, gaining more and more energy for Whirlwind, but it's still hard to do 400 damage with Whirlwind, so you have to do some stuff at least. Now, a Shockwave has 9 vulnerable now, should be plenty. And there's Dual Wield, definitely using it on Pommel Strike. But I just pass, save the energy for later. And we're chilling, we're blocking. Make more Pommel Strikes. The more the merrier. Probably start playing cards here. I'd like to block a little bit as well. Or just defend pass. And Anger is going to be good here as well. We have so much Pommel Strike that getting those zero cost attacks in there is pretty good. I should have played the Anger. Mistake. Here we're getting weakened. And attacked for 21. Just Impervious Pass, probably. Or I could gain 1 Shuriken charge. Nope, just put the Pommel Strike back on top. Makes sense. Should have played Anger again, though. I'm not respecting Anger enough here. I have so much draw here that Angers are actually really good. Should have played Defend. But I'm just chilling. And now I know I have no weaken anymore, so I decide to kind of start doing the thing. I do one more strike to get a shuriken, and then I play my whirlwind. So not bad there. And yeah, this champ's super, super dead. So not perfectly played by any means, but I had the right idea. And double tap plus for my 15 energy whirlwind turn. And even just pommel strike plus getting doubled is very, very good as well. So not gonna say no to that. And here we have another 4th energy in Coffee Dripper. Now 5 energy a turn with ice cream. Very cool. Gonna be cooking here. Runic Pyramid was there. Thought about that, of course, but don't need it. So this is all of a sudden pretty freaking cool. We've got a ton of energy and a ton of draw and whirlwind and double tap. Very unusual. This is like the dream, you know, the Ironclad fantasy, as it were. Just smork, smork, smork. Very smart. And this was actually pretty dumb. I try to feed here, but I don't have enough attacks in my draw pile to do so. Only have just the feed, and that's it. So I should have checked that before. But like, how does this deck have no attacks in it, right? Insane. And I didn't play the feed, also a mistake. I should have accepted the loss at this point. So now I'm taking damage for no reason. Take 23. Very sad. So, the horribly played fight. Not gonna front. That was bad. But we move on. And then taking 29 against these guys is a bit unusual. So here I'm thinking, okay, I had the right idea. Could headbutt, put dual wield back on top, but I accidentally put double tap back on top instead. So that was dumb. Was trying to feed on multiple guys. But I just take the one feed and move on. It's fine, of course, but I could have gotten more. But in this run, I kind of just go, go, go a lot of the time. And then here I can whirlwind. Should have played Seeing Red. That's a mistake. And afraid of taking damage from the spiker here, so. And I still have the buffer charge, so I just play that. That's fine. Actually doing lethal damage there. And another whirlwind's there, definitely not necessary. And here, definitely not interested in clicking the upgrade all button. We have Toxgig upgrading most of our cards. And can't take 999 gold for 2 normalities. We're drawing way too many cards for that to be good. You have Blue Candle, but if you've already played the 3 cards, when you draw the normality, you can't play the normality from your hand. You've already played 3 cards. If only you could. And here's Guardian getting double tap, 7 times 8, 7 times 12 actually. Of course, the coolest music in the game, as always. And I dual wield a feed there just to make sure I draw it in a timely manner. And here I can put something back on top. Double tap, sure. Get a shuriken charge, defend. Double tap the pommel strike, looking for feed. And then if I flame barrier, dies. Don't want to do that. Trying to feed. Can't play anger, it also dies. I still have a double tap up. I remember to play that this time. I do weave in a strike and an anger. Put it on 1. Nope. Double feed. Gets the job done. And there's a mango, some nice health, and there's a drop kick to go with our dual wield play million attacks plan. So not going infinite here, just simply playing a billion attacks and going straight to the dome as Ironclad, as God intended, as it were. And just play power through Apotheosis and pass. Apotheosis is not that good here. It's better than not taking it, but not doing a whole lot for me. Most of my decks, all the relevant cards are upgraded pretty much. Gotta play Bash before Dropkick, sadly. Didn't have Vulnerable yet. And then once again, since we're not blocking a whole lot, it's not like I can just kind of wait around forever to play feeds on multiple things. It's a bit sus. So I'm just gonna feed on the one thing that I can and then move on. And here, if only I could choose to spend a little bit of this Whirlwind energy, you know. But can't get the feed here, and gonna have to draw through 18 cards to get back to the feed, so I just kill. Could have actually got there perhaps with Headbutt, but don't worry about it. Not that big of a deal. And a second dual wield is here. Pretty good to copy more pommel strikes and more drop kicks. And double tap, also copy. Definitely drawing that dual wield at the wrong time. Looking to keep our energy around as much as possible while also doing enough damage to Transient to not be damaged. I can power through True Grit, exactly full blocking, and getting rid of one of the wounds. Pretty good turn. Drop kick, drop kick, drop kick. Dual wield Pommel Strike. And we're drawing so many cards and gaining so much strength. And something like a Bloodletting here would be really, really nice. Even can like headbutt it, draw it again with Pommel Strike, keep going. That's excellent. Getting Trip from the toolbox, very cool. Not an amazing turn here, but we still got enough damage. Shuriken definitely cooking, giving us plenty of damage. And here, I don't even need to play any cards, I could just simply end my turn. But I wanted to beat the Transient up a little bit more. Always fun. Target dummy type beat. And some more common attacks, don't want any of those. And Reptomancer is here, delicious food for our Gremlin Horn. Thinking about what to do there. Spend my one energy to get a Shuriken charge? Yes, I do. Make 1,000,000 Pommel Strikes. Look at all those Pommel Strikes. There's Whirlwind. Thinking about this. Could block also. True Grit on something. Play defend. Oh, and then, yeah. Gremlin Horn energy gives me the one to... Gremlin Horn gives me 1 energy to play to defend, of course. Weave in the drop kick there. Looking to headbutt the feedback on top, eventually. Unless I forget. I think I forget. I have a feeling in my bones that I forget. Oh, I can't even do it because I have double tap, that's right. I shouldn't have played double tap. So if I were to headbutt there, I would just kill it, which is bad. So I'm still waiting to feed here. We're not letting this one get away. And I decide to pass because if I attack it there, I won't be able to play Pommel Strike to draw anymore. And I want to play Pommel Strike to draw. It's like the only way I can draw cards, really. So then now it's kindly making more minions for us to keep spending our attacks on to keep drawing cards. And we find Impervious, so I can still keep going without taking damage. And there's Pommel. I can dual wield the Pommel. Keep drawing, keep drawing, keep drawing. And we get there. Delicious. Took us a while. And Warcry is fine. It's upgraded. We are full health. I take the blue key over upgrading. Those upgrades are all useless. Drop kick. Double tap drop kick. Make more drop kicks. Headbutt a drop kick, probably. I mean, we are really beating the absolute piss out of these Spire monsters. Most of them not even involving a weapon. Pommel is hitting like with the bottom of the weapon, not even the sword part. And then Anger, he's just punching him in the face. Dropkick, just getting kicked in the face. This Ironclad is just getting in there right now. It's pretty amazing. This is like, because most of the runs I do turn into the whole exhaust thing, but this run did not. It was just straight up beat the absolute piss out of everything the entire run. Even the heart. I did find one Dark Embrace eventually, but just a little bit of help with drawing, that was all. Didn't actually become the centerpiece of the deck or anything. And sadly cannot feed here. I decided to say that I do have the boot, so it makes it a bit more likely that I can perhaps kill with any attack on an off turn here. And yeah, I can definitely play Power Through here, although it doesn't actually do anything because I'm always taking the damage anyway. I have the buffer charge. The damage is done. And I just kill it there, not risking going all the way back around there. And find Offering plus Snap Pick that bad boy and a pair, so finding many of the max health relics as well. Not going to explain about that. And I had to take Swift Strike here, and I have no other attacks. So, actually letting me kill the minions here. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to. And still didn't draw anything good, so I just pass. There's Shockwave, Pommel Strike. I have to bash that to kill, probably. Don't think it quite occurred to me in the beginning, but it doesn't matter. So I overblocked for a little bit, could have saved some Ice Cream energy there. But it's alright. Play my Offering for the first time, and don't even take damage because of buffer. And there's 11 whirlwind damage. And let's just say I did math, because it makes me look better. And I whirlwind for exactly enough damage, 165 here. 11 times 15? 165? Yeah. Perfect. There's Dark Embrace Plus. It's upgraded. Don't have Frozen Egg or anything, so that was pretty crazy. And now this Rage is looking amazing. And normally a Rage would be like an infinite solution against the heart. Play Rage and then drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, drop kick. But here it's just good because we're playing so many attacks without going infinite. And it just blocks for a lot. So I will be taking this Rage. It's very good here. And there's a lot of options. Unfortunately, Prismatic Shard not getting clicked here. I could have. I didn't even really see it. But it could have been good. And Deep Breath plus actually looks pretty good here. 0 energy to draw 2. And I could, like, for example, dual wield dropkick, play all the dropkicks, then Deep Breath, and then draw either the dual wield and or the dropkick again. So that's pretty good. Turns out that the cards I'm playing are so good that I would love to have them back. And remove a strike. Don't love anything else. I would consider bottling Dark Embrace, but that's not worth the gold, surely. Dark Embrace not that important here. Flash of Steel is there from Toolbox. An excellent card. Dual wield flash steal, double tap. There's rage. Not doing a whole lot. Already played all my attacks. And there is offering, but I've already kind of done my whole thing this turn. No need for that. So I just play a strike to gain 5 block. And pass. Can always headbutt the offering later if I really want it. This turn looks pretty good. Probably just end this fight. Feeding here could be a bit awkward. And I mean, it would involve me taking 16 damage here also. Goodbye, Darklings. Some more attacks that are bad. Skip those. And we get this event, pretty good. Apotheosis Plus is presented to me, but every single important card in my deck is upgraded, as I showed earlier. It's just Dropkick and then my basics, and that's all that's not upgraded here. And so Apotheosis is not doing anything of relevance. So it's hard not to click on the shiny green Apotheosis there, but I managed to contain myself. And I actually like the beta art for this more. 2 draws to kill a clock is very funny. And Madness Plus is here. Could hit a Pommel Strike or something like that. Drop kick, make it even better. So I do take that. Could have gone without it. It's probably, if it even is better than skipping, it's barely better than skipping, I would say. Has to hit something relevant for it to be really good. And sometimes it doesn't. And it also takes a draw. And another chest. Pocket Watch is here. That could be good if we have a bad turn. And I actually upgrade Defend here over Dropkick. I have Shuriken. It's like, what does 3 damage on 1 Dropkick can actually do for me? So, Defend, because it's better than the other option, I would say. And then here I want to keep my Buffer Charge around. The only way is the Dark Shackles and Flame Barrier. Would love to save the Dark Shackles for the split turn, but I also don't have a lot of powers anyway, so shouldn't be getting that much strength. And definitely drawing Dual Wield at the wrong time there. Very sad. But Pocket Watch shores up those bad turns where we just can't do anything. We get to conserve all our energy with Ice Cream, and then draw 8 cards. Pocket Watch actually pretty nice here. Either playing a million cards, or we're cool with just passing pretty much. Play all my defense and anger probably. Put a good card on top. Dual wield. I'm assuming I'm going to draw something good to dual wield. I was actually wrong. There's the drop kick. Now I can dual wield the drop kick. Drop kick again. Dual wield again. Still have a drop kick in my hand. Dual wield the drop kick again. Keep playing drop kicks. Also gaining a lot of block with the rage. And I remember sitting here for like 10 seconds thinking about my decision here. Actually doesn't matter because I have Dark Embrace to play, so I'll be drawing this card. That was not nearly as long as I thought it was. It felt like an eternity I was sitting there at that screen. But not in hindsight. And double tap plus being unusually good here. Double tap overperforming a lot in this deck. Having all these really good attacks to double is really, really unusual. And looking to get vulnerable on this guy quick. And we find Bash right away. It's very nice. All of our drop kicks. Deep breath. More drop kicks. Unfortunately finding the rage a little bit late there, but better late than never. take 11. And looking to feed. Definitely worth waiting for that one. Not taking too much damage. And Impervious would have blocked enough anyway, but got the feed there. Up to 127 max health. Hitting bash there. We do have dropkick, so just dropkick, dropkick, dropkick. Time Eater probably was, I'm sure you weren't expecting to see Time Eater in this video, because you might expect me to die to Time Eater. So here I take exactly 16, and then third one gets buffered. A bit sad to let go of the buffer charge that early, but alas. Strike first, Madness the headbutts, and then headbutt, or just Seeing Red. Headbutt gives me 5 block, but Seeing Red is pretty good. Yeah, makes sense. Put the dual wheel back on top, expecting to draw a good card soon. Sadly, I had to play 4 cards there. I could have perhaps set it up on the previous turn to only have to play 3 there for Pocket Watch. But it's okay, we found offering. And I do have Power Through. I'd like to Power Through True Grit the Wound again. And yeah, we're just going to play 12 cards each turn probably. Dropkick. And saving my energy, don't want to whirlwind quite yet. I need to kind of do it to him, you know. I can reset here, which is pretty good. Pommel, check the draw pile, everything looks fine there. And so we are splitting. If I can kill next turn, great. If I can't, it's fine. I do draw a double tap Pommel, and I give that a go. See what I draw. But I draw trash. And so I leave it right there. Don't need to take up the 12 card counter anymore, and also I had a Pocket Watch. So we could definitely kill this turn if we find Bash. And double tap especially. We need to double this huge whirlwind we're about to play. So play a Slime to draw a card. True Grit, defending or exhausting a defend to draw a card. There's our 0-cost Bash, very nice. Play our good cards, deep breath. And there's double tap. So I have exactly 3 cards left in the turn. I'm not messing around with the feed in this one, I'm just gonna kill him. Totally fine. So goodbye Time Eater. Time Eater could be a bit tricky. Not worth taking perhaps 1 billion damage. And almost dying. And I upgrade dropkick this time. Should have been defend again probably, but doesn't actually matter very much at all. And so there's a disarm. Happy to see that against the hearts, blocking for like 45 against the 15 attack turn. And there's also a Clockwork Souvenir, which blocks the vulnerable. Happy to see that. And can't buy any potions. It's between Burning Pact Plus or a card remove. Burning Pact Plus pretty good and all. And I think in hindsight I would have clicked it actually. I could have used a little more help sifting through the deck. This Heart Fight spoiler actually goes pretty poorly. I do win, but it's just a bunch of, you know, drawing dual wield with no attacks, playing every attack and then drawing the dual wield kind of turns, and it's rather ugly. So the Burning Pact could have been cool to get rid of the bad cards and draw more. I didn't love the Burning Pact. I can't really explain why, but in hindsight it would have been nice. Seeing Red for some energy, then offering. There's Whirlwinds. No double tap though. Shockwave is good to get rid of the artifacts. Did I find a bird face turn? Pretty much useless in this run. Is it just Dark Embrace, my only power? And it's a little unusual for the Spear to attack you on turn 1, so I don't think I quite appreciated that I was getting attacked here. Could have blocked for more. So, looks pretty ugly there, but just like didn't notice, to be honest. Find a double tap plus, very nice. True Grit of Burn, disarm, and here I accidentally play regular defend instead of defend plus. I had to waste 1 more energy than I should have. And getting hit big here, sadly. Pretty bad hand. Could have headbutted first to get a good card on top. That was a mistake. Definitely playing this fight rather badly. Don't have any Reaper or anything, so this damage is happening. And I dual wield to put it into my discard pile, and then I headbutt the dual wield to get it back next turn. No need to rage, probably. But also no reason not to rage. Now I have to spend 1 energy on blocking, so perhaps that was dumb. But I do the thing again, and we get it to 2 HP, and I get to just feed, so... Getting out with 81 health, it's not too bad, and we do have this blood potion that we've saved all the way from Act 1. So that'll heal us for a good amount, and an additional 5 with the Toy Ornithopter we got. And so looking to pocket watch here for sure. Looks very tempting to dual wield that drop kick, but got a pocket watch there for sure. And so we have it weakened, and we didn't get vulnerable, so only taking 1 times 15 here. And so we can simply pass and keep our buffer charge going. No need to play that, don't know why I played that. I wanted to play Deep Breath, I guess. Sure. And 33. In theory, we could save our... Oh no, I'm not frailed. Oh, I can't become frailed, I have the thing, the turnip, from the very end. Very cool. So the combination of not being vulnerable and can't get frailed actually means we can block, which is pretty good. I drink this now, why not? And still over buffer charge, but we haven't done any damage yet. It's pretty concerning. So we draw, and don't get any good hits there. Could have loved an offering there or something like that. And so here, we have to play cards. There's no ifs about that. So we'll be breaking our buffer charge on our own here to the beat of death, very sadly, but I mean, we can't just pass a whole other turn. That'd be a disaster. And now the heart has 2 artifacts, so we can't just disarm. Gonna have to get through those somehow, some way. And now we're kind of doing stuff. Find the bloodletting. Get the bloodletting back. Pummel again. And then now we have this double tap. And nothing to use it on. We get a whirlwind here, but I mean, it's not doing a whole lot. We're using all of our energy, so I pass. Can't disarm. It will not do anything. So actually a bit ugly here. And now it's not vulnerable anymore, and I draw dual wheel drop kick, so that's ugly. So I feed there. And again, it's just not happening. Very sad. And this next turn doesn't look good either. So I think I dual wheel a bash just so I can actually apply some vulnerable. Rage for the bashes. And then I do that. Headbutt, but now headbutt doesn't get anything except deep breath. Pretty awkward. And dual wield again getting drawn without anything to hit. I could have bashed. That was wrong not to bash. And now I can finally disarm. Play drop kick. So I can headbutt, put deep breath back on top, then drop kick. And then play deep breath again and hopefully hit something good. And there's pommel strike. Looking good. Another pommel strike's looking good. Another pommel strike's looking good. And then dual wield at the very end with no attack to play it on again. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. So this is, it's going as poorly as possible. Am I playing it wrong or am I getting lucky or both? Not entirely sure. But it's, all we know is it's going badly. Down to 33. And I do have a lizard tail still. Headbutts, or dual wield, play pommel strike, finally can dual wield something good. Drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, drop kick. Get rid of the wound first. And we're looking for rage, we're looking for rage, we're looking for rage. Each time I play an attack, then draw, I stop waiting for rage. And there's a dual wield again, disaster. Right at the very end of playing all my drop kicks, I draw dual wield again. So we break our lizard tail. And a bad turn again. Can't even go through the below the 200 threshold here, so I'm definitely not killing next turn either. It's looking very sus here. Very, very sus. Taking, and I pocket watch Cook in there. Very happy to see that. Taking 75 damage. We do get double tap for our drop kicks here. And find rage. So this turn's looking pretty good. Yep, get our attacks back. Very happy to see that. And we even deep breath, so we could draw rage again. And we do. And then just play every attack in our hands. Gain 10 block each time. 7 block, because we take 3 as well. And the upgraded Beat of Death. Very spooky. And we wouldn't even die this turn, even if we didn't kill. Blocking for enough there, and what the flame barrier gets there anyway. So a very sus heart fight, but we made it through. And Ice Cream retaining 326 energy, that's pretty insane. One of the better ice creams I've ever had in my relic bar for sure. So I hope you enjoyed that very SM Orc Ironclad run. Migo face, very smart. Very exciting. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a beautiful day.